This place has got to be one of the nicest places we've ever stayed at. I feel like it's a lot like the Tropic Hideaway video we did in Foley, Alabama, because it's not that full.
Yeah, nobody's here.
I feel like not a lot of you know about this place yet. It's only just over 2 years old. So we're about to show you one of the best RV true resorts there is that we've ever been to. We've been camping since 2012 and it's in Hilton Head, South Carolina. So come on.
So like all of our other videos, we're going to do our back tour, favorite sites, likes and dislikes, and things to do. So let's get started with my world famous bike tour. All right guys, so I am at the gatehouse. So when you come in, you check in right here. You pull into one of the lanes 1 through 5. They ask you to go in, do all that good stuff, and then they have someone take you to your site. So I'm kind of starting you guys up here at the beginning of the campground. A really nice campground. I like this place a lot. So it's very clean, kind of a Fort Wilderness-esque type place. I'm gonna go in the wrong way. So these are all pull-through sites over here. These to my right are buddy sites, I think. I got some crazy lady bugging me here.
Are you cheering?
Oh my God, leave me alone.
Are you cheering from our next adventure?
I am.
Is this your world famous bike tour?
It is. Are you stalking me?
I've seen your videos.
This lady won't leave me alone.
I've seen your videos. You're really cool. Can I tag along?
Sure.
Can I be in your video?
Oh, you're already in my video. So as you can see, these are all pull-through sites. These are buddy sites, so you can have one person pulling one way, the other person pulls in. Well, that's not a buddy site, but this one is, because you got a power pedestal there, the one up there. So that would actually be pretty neat. If you had a buddy that wanted to camp with you, that would be pretty cool. And you can see this guy here. These are motor home sites. These are pull-in sites here, so that's kind of neat. All the sites are full hookups. 30-50 sewer, 155 channels of cable. So as you can see, there's a golf course over there. I think this thing's owned by a golf course, not 100% sure. This is the adult section, and the only difference that I've seen in the sites is they have these high top tables. No swimming because there's alligators in there, so they say. There's a bike trail over there on a hill. They're level left to right. They slope, a lot of them slope down a little bit, and so if you're just overnighting in here, you probably wouldn't have to unhook to stay level, depending on the attitude of your camper. Now there's a few sites like this, and I didn't care for this, but where you, and our side is this way, where you back in on your blind side, which is fine, and they're wide, they're big enough to do it. But this side is blind side, this side is your driver's side. We backed it on our blind side. Again, not a super huge deal. We did it just fine. I just don't like doing that. But as you guys can kind of see, all the sites are about the same. Can't have a fire here. Very cool. And back here, that's a community fire pit. That's kind of cool. That golf cart is right there. And you can rent golf carts here. As you can see, the 100 or so golf carts right here. It's not 100, but you know what I mean. Dumpster if you need one. Container trailer with a lock on it. Bike trail. One of them fancy Brinkleys. Those are pretty. But somebody's sneaking up behind me. These are the sights of Valley Lakes. Pretty cool that this campground has a nature / bike trail. Guys, this concludes our world famous bike tour, or as I like to refer to as an idiot with a hat cam tour. So, hope you enjoyed it.
Now that you've seen the bike tour, you clearly have seen that this place is freaking amazing.
No, it's great.
Hilton Head National in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Bluffton, South Carolina.
Okay, well, it's in Bluffton, but it's just across the little bridge there to Hilton Head, so technically Hilton Head. Would you agree that this is probably the best resort we've been to yet?
Amenity-wise, yeah, I think this is probably the nicest campground we've been to. I don't know. Like it's right there with Blue Water Key.
We love Blue Water Key, and this video isn't about that, but it's been one of our favorites ever since we went in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But this place tops it with amenities. I love a restaurant on site, and there's a good one. We'll get to all the things. Let's first talk about our favorite sites. Okay, I think the site we booked, 144, honestly, was a good pick.
It was. It's nice because it's on the end and we don't have anybody on the camper side of it, so it's kind of like it's pine needles but green space.
The view's private. It's a nice little yard, and then they've got this landscaping here that kind of blocks off, your neighbor. So we did have a neighbor last night, and it was a bee van, and we couldn't even tell they were there. It was great. I actually really like this site, and it's just up the street from the clubhouse and pool, so the walk wasn't that bad. If you want to get a few steps in, it's actually not too bad of a walk. But I think that for the most part, all the sites are pretty much the same. But if you can find one on the end like this, that's got like a little bit of a yard that's private, that's the way to go.
The sites you were like 12 through 16 or something like that, and they were kind of back in sites, kind of in the back by the pool.
Really like site 12 right here. It's got this nice palm tree, this Spanish moss in the back. Your fire pit's back far enough that it's kind of private. And then right behind that picnic table is the bike trail. So these few sites right here, I think I really like. It's got palm trees and that, high pines with the Spanish moss look. I like all these. 12, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, 16 maybe. Site 134 is kind of cool. It's kind of got this little private area that backs up to trees and this little pond here, or waterway. But it does say beware of alligators, so. And then there's this little trail across the street behind the pool. I don't know, that's kind of nice. Access to the pickleball courts right behind the pool. I would book those just for the view, and it's just a short walk across the street to the pool.
It's closer to the pool than we are now, I think.
So likes and dislikes. There's a lot to like here, so we're just gonna go through it all because you guys need to know about all the cool stuff about this place.
So one of the big likes right away when we come in was they have really nice oversized sites. Valley kind of referred to them as like a California king bed.
Yeah, the concrete drives are long, and I think on their website they refer to them as oversized. So, which I was like, yeah, it's like a California king.
Yeah, I don't know how big of a camper you got, but you can get it in here. It's like one of those type restaurants, one of those type RV resorts. Lots of tag axle stuff in here, and they got plenty of room for their tag axle pushers with their towed vehicle behind it. So
yeah.
There's no issue getting your camper in here, and it don't matter what you size. And it's funny is you see these huge tag axle pushers sitting in here, and then they'll have like a little 15-foot single axle travel trailer in here as well. So that's another thing I like about this campground is they let pretty much everybody come. It's not so bougie that it's motorhome only.
Right, that's one of our likes on the list. no restrictions as far as like what type of RV you have. Well, okay, there are some on the website. It does say like no truck campers, tents, of course. And, you know, there is an age restriction, but what nice RV resort doesn't really have that right now? Honestly, guys, if you've seen any of our previous videos, you know we've had a Class A gas and a diesel pusher before. We've stayed at some motor coach resorts, and honestly, this one is right up there with what motor coach resorts offer as far as quality and amenities and all of the things. So the fact that there's no like class restriction, love that. I think we need more of that. Nightly rates, another thing we like. Honestly, just a little over $100 a night. I don't know exactly, forgive me, but we booked 5 nights, and with tax, South Carolina tax, our bill was just a little over $600. Not too bad for everything this place offers. Right up our alley.
One thing we like about it, this is very much a resort style RV park. And it's got the tiki bar, the restaurant on site, or it has a decent arcade on site. They got like $40 from us last night. They have the lazy river, pickleball, basketball. Looks like they're trying to put in the shuffleboard thing. You got the bike trails. I mean, you can honestly, even though we're at the beach and we went to the beach like 3 days this week, this is a resort that you can come to and honestly not leave.
First of all, the lazy river. I mean, the pool here and the lazy river are phenomenal. And we spent a lot of time in this lazy river this week.
Being lazy.
Yeah, it was perfect. What I love about it is there's not like a whole lot of, tight rules about it. They let you have a drink on your floaty if you want to. I mean, within reason, of course, but you can bring your own floaty. They sell floaties here. So honestly, the tubes that they have here are really great. But if you're like us and, you're older than 40-ish, they can hurt your back a little bit. And after one loop around the lazy river...
You're over 40?
Stop. After one loop around, you start to get back pain and you're like, okay, I can't sit in this thing. You got to get out and kind of put it around you and float that way. But at that point, you're like walking with your feet. So honestly, I really appreciated that their store sold really nice floats. Yeah.
But you sat
and
in.
They were like $20 a piece.
Yeah, and you sat in them, they're pretty comfortable. So,
yeah.
And your feet don't drag the bottom of the lazy rivers, which is nice.
But if you already have one, bring it because you're allowed to float in what you brought. Their tiki bar is really nice. I love that you can just order drinks. I'll be honest though, you guys know as well as everybody else, when you order, even at happy hour or whether it's not happy hour or not, I just feel like you're not getting a big enough pour. And so if you can just bring your own drink in your RV and your camper, do that, because then you can add 4 to 6 ounces or however much rum you want. But if we're getting the lava flows and the things from the tiki bar, I just feel like it's a slushy.
Saturday when we got here, we traveled for 2 days to get here. Of course, our Saturday wasn't a big deal to get here, but we were tired when we got in, so we got the camper set up. We went to the restaurant on site, and the restaurant here is actually pretty good. And one cool thing about it is you can order at the pool and they'll bring it to you, so you can eat right there at the pool.
Yeah.
Which makes it nice. And so again, it kind of goes back to that resort feel.
Their food is really good. Like tacos were good. We did try the pizza, and I'll be honest, we'll get to the pizza later in the later part of this video, but this pizza here is the thick, heavy crust. So if you don't like that, we'll tell you about another place later in the video. But actually, for what's on site here, really good restaurant. I was impressed.
Something else amenity-wise that they offer here is you can rent golf carts and to get around. Honestly, if you got bikes and as level as this place is, you don't even need e-bikes if you just have bikes.
True.
You can buzz around here and save yourself some money.
But bring your e-bikes because we'll talk about things to do later.
Yes.
You might need an e-bike for that later.
They have a fantastic camp store here.
It's so nice. All the nice things. Nice cups, jewelry, drinks, floaties, s'more stuff, camper stuff.
Jewelry, t-shirt.
Nice polos if you want to go golfing next door.
It has all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then another thing that they have that I think, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty for sure they have the nicest bathhouses I've ever seen a house. So there's
Yeah.
like tile showers, marble tile floors.
Hey.
Then it's like a shower room. So like you can go in, has vanities. Like you can seriously like go in there and do what you got to do. You can take care of the 3 S's, and get dressed.
You know what those are.
And you can get dressed.
If you don't Google it. The one place I did go in and take a picture of, or got some B-roll for you, is the laundry room. Now, y'all know us, we're part-timers. I don't care to do laundry. We've been here 6 days, and I ain't doing no laundry. I'll wear the same thing 2 or 3 times. There, I said it on camera. But if you want a fancy laundry room and you stayed here longer than a week and you need to do a load, this is the nicest RV resort laundry room I have ever been in.
And it's $250. It's $250 a load.
I didn't even look to see how much it was. It's
I
probably
looked.
$17.99 a load.
No,
but
it's $250.
They've
It's
got
two-
some nice stuff in there.
It's $250
Again,
a spin.
nicer than our home.
It is nicer than home, but it is $250 a spin if you're
funny.
curious.
Another thing we like, well, we didn't book this, but you can book a private section of this RV campground that's called Water's Edge, and it's adults only, and it has its own private pool and clubhouse. So there you go. If you want to do that. Another thing I love about this place, oh my gosh, it's just so southern and charming and like Carolina, you know, coastal feel. The clubhouse is beautiful. I mean, just the designs of the place, the way they did it, you know, just I don't even know how to describe it, but the coastal design of the place, it just gives you that South Carolina feel.
If you've ever been to the low country, you know what we're talking about, and this is very much what you would expect to be in the low country.
Yeah, they did it right. Nicest arcade ever. Gonna say it. We had a blast. You get all competitive and
Whatever, you're the one that was.
you're like the kid that got on my nerves here. I'll just
You were
put it
the one
way.
that was hooping and hollering because you beat me at basketball, and then I kicked your ass at ping table.
Because I'm better at shooting basketball than you are. Okay, fine. And you win at air hockey, but only because the air helps you out.
Look, she's better at basketball. It doesn't matter. It's the little stupid cage thing. I beat her ass at pig or horse or any of that.
You know what they need? Hilton Head National, if you're listening, we need one of those clown games where you set up the clowns and you throw the balls at them and knock the clowns down.
I
would love
also
that.
I also beat you at that one as well.
I love that game, and I would spend like $400 on that game.
She would.
Yeah. Oh, but they do have, what's that arcade game? What's it called?
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders. Yeah, all you Gen Xers, this arcade's cool. You're gonna love it.
For it was for a campground arcade. I'm just gonna say it, best one ever.
Best one ever.
Hey guys, I gotta tell you, one of the cool things about this campground, I cut Valerie off. You can have a fire, an honest to God, real wood, coals and all, fire, and their firewood wasn't drug off the bottom of a river.
Real wood fires here at an RV resort.
What?
That's pretty uncommon.
What?
So we actually love this about this
Hey,
resort, but
Camp Margaritaville, you need to pay attention.
that's right. No, but seriously, the bundles weren't huge and they were $11.
Yeah, that was kind of
That's on our dislike list. And you can't bring in firewood from anywhere else, so.
Supposedly.
Okay. Pickleball. They've got an awesome pickleball court and basketball, so thumbs up to that. I gotta like the charge on site little cards they give you.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, especially because they gave one to our teen daughter.
Oh, I know.
I don't know why they were even thinking. They weren't even thinking.
No, they know what they're doing. They're like, we're going to get it's going to be like that Messine and Home Alone 2 when
Yeah.
they get the room service bill.
That's exactly what happened.
But they give you these little cards like this, and this is like your charge card, that's how you get in and out because it's gated.
Well, there's a lot of, you have to swipe it for everything. It's like every single gate you walk into, the laundry room, the dog park, the entrance, the arcade, the door, the gate to the arcade,
The bathroom,
the pool,
the laundry room.
getting out of your site. Just kidding.
That's how you get in your camper.
Camper key.
But it is cool that they do that. But it's when Valerie's like, hey, this is hooked to our credit card.
Yeah, Olivia came back with like gummy bears and
I'm like, it's gonna get dangerous if we ain't careful.
yeah. No, but how awesome is it though? Just take it. Dislikes, we already said it. Number one, the firewood's a little pricey, $11. Your dislike, number two.
So I will say this, and this is one of those things that it's not a big deal. They help you get in your site, but about half the sites here are back where you back in on your blind side. Again, they're huge sites, but I like to get my camper straight straight with the edge of the concrete, so it looks all nice all week. I don't look like the bozo who parks crooked. And it's a little harder to do when you back it on your blind side. But with the pull up, I was able to get it straightened up and get in there and not be quite the bozo of the crooked campers.
Well, you weren't a bozo because the pro to that is they escort you in and guide us right into the site. So who doesn't love a good escort? Moving on to things to do. We have a lot to talk about as far as things to do because there's a lot to do on Hilton Head. And I don't think we need to make this a separate video. We just don't. We're going to throw it in because if you guys are coming here, you're going to want to do all the touristy things too. So we're just going to add them in, and I think you're going to get some really good value out of this. So first thing I want to say about Hilton Head is if you've never been here, which we had not, this is our first trip here.
Yeah.
We did not realize how heavily like wooded this island is.
Yes.
And it's funny because if we're comparing it to somewhere like Panama City or, you know, somewhere in the Gulf where you're in a tourist town and you can just drive up the strip and you see everything. You can see the beach from the road. Here at Hilton Head Island, you can't see anything.
No,
It's
no.
covered in trees.
It's so wooded, you park in the beach parking and you still can't see the ocean.
You still can't see the water from the parking lot. And we thought that was really odd. It took us like a full 2 days to kind of get acclimated to where we were.
Yeah.
Because even looking into like, oh, there's a Wendy's through the trees. Oh, there's a Target through the trees over there. It was really strange, but we learned to just Google stuff and found our way around.
It's like when Valerie mentioned Wendy's and Target, the Wendy's and Target are all kind of have that low country coastal building look to them, so it doesn't look like Target at home where it's just a big gray and red building with a giant red circle.
They make the rest of Middle America's, you know, shopping centers look like concrete, boring jungles.
Well, it's because they are.
Yes. So we'll just move on from that topic, but hats off to the coastal towns who do it right and just make the place have its own character. It's amazing. Okay, things to do. First of all, when you pull into Hilton Head National, they give you these fantastic tour guide books. That's what I'm going to call them. They're magazines, but one's on Hilton Head Island, one's on Bluffton. And there's so much in here. So we found so many things to do that we didn't get to do. There's everything to do here. So you name it, you can do it here on Hilton Head Island or in Bluffton. We didn't actually get to check out Bluffton too much other than one thing we did, we'll mention, but rent kayaks if you want, boat, fishing, I mean, you name it, golfing, ride bikes on the beach, anything. It's all here.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And fantastic restaurants.
yeah, it's a touristy town, so you get to do all the touristy stuff, but they do a good job of keeping everything in the trees, so it doesn't feel like a touristy town.
Yeah. So first cool thing to do that we did was bike Coligny Beach.
So the big difference right away when we got here, we noticed that the sand is hard packed here, so you can actually like ride a bike on the beach. So we took off at Coligny Plaza, which is when you come into Hilton Head, it's like the main place with all the shops, and it's got the biggest beach with all the stuff around it. And we rode away from that just a hair, then we cut over to beach access, and then we rode several miles. I'm gonna say 5 miles, 6 miles.
It was like 8.
Yeah, I mean, we rode a pretty good clip, and it was really cool because we just go down the beach and you would get to a place and it'd be like a whole gaggle of people, and you kind of had to like work your way through them, and then you get to the other side of them and you ride for a while, and there'd be a few people, then you'd come up on another big gaggle of people and you do it. But it was really cool. We saw a massive sand crab, I think is what that thing was.
Yeah, hard packed sand where you can actually build real sand castles here. I mean, these kids were building some massive mansions on that beach.
Yeah.
But it was a really nice ride. What I love about this town is everyone's on a bike. And they say, in these books, they say there's a challenge you should take, and that is see how long you can leave your truck or
Your vehicle.
Your vehicle, in our case, a truck, parked, and how long, you know, you can go riding a bike around town without starting up your car and getting in your car.
Yeah, so, actually that's what we were talking about
We
today.
failed that challenge though.
Oh, 100%. But if you stay, but we're also not staying on Hilton Head Island. I think if you were staying on the island,
Yeah.
it'd be much easier to do to bike everywhere you went than it would be, because we're a 20-minute drive in with traffic. It's not that far, but it's with traffic.
Back to Bluffton, the one thing you can do on Thursday only is go to the Bluffton Farmers Market, which we went and it was freaking 90-something degrees. We didn't stay very long, but they have a ton of good food, a ton of like fresh local produce. We bought like a gallon of strawberries, a gallon of blackberries. It was like $25 for the bucket. But really neat thing to go do. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a farmer's market like you would think a farmer's market would be. Like when we went to Dunedin, that was a farmer's market, but they had like all kinds of crafts, and this place, it was just straight up food.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of like artsy craftsy things, like things to buy, but there's a lot of galleries in Bluffton, so you can do the shopping if you want to anyway. But this market honestly was all about the food. It really seemed like it. They had the boba that Olivia loved. They've got ice cream. They've got Thai food. Was it Thai food?
It was called
They've
fire
got
rice,
brisket.
fire rice and something.
Yeah, you name it. I was really impressed with the food choices.
So one of the things that we did, and if you want to go to a beach to do like what they call shelling, looking for shells, the main beaches like Caligny Beach and kind of on that side are not very, they don't have very many shells on them. So if you want to look for shells, you go to Fishhall Beach. Now Fishhall Beach it's like down this dirt road. We got out there wasn't hardly anybody there. It was super quiet, super cool, super shallow. It's like, you know, you can walk out several feet and be knee deep in water. But it's really neat, and we looked for a few shells and picked up a few. We were there at high tide, which they say the best time to be there is low tide.
Right.
Which we missed by 4 hours. And then what's also kind of neat if you're into this thing is you're actually at the end of the runway for the Hilton Head Airport. And so the jets come in and they land right over top of you. So that's always, to me, that's stuff like that kind of intrigues me.
It was kind of wild because the plane, the video probably doesn't show it real well, but the plane in person felt so close that it almost felt like one of those movies, like, is this gonna crash right on the beach? Another really good beach to go to if you're not into like the Caligny area where it's lots of tourists and kind of heavy, you know, full of people. It's a more private beach that's a little quieter. There's not a whole lot of shopping and restaurants around, but it's called Burke's Beach. And this was actually really cool. This was one where we described when you pull into the parking lot, you can't really even see the water yet. You're just covered in the pines, and it's a little walk up the little, you know, mat
they call
down
it
the pathway to the water. But don't you appreciate that they have those mats? Like, they're so handy and convenient and nice. I don't know of many other areas that have that.
No, and it's really nice if you're dragging stuff in, when you got a cart or something, it really makes a huge deal.
Yes.
But it's funny because when we get to Burke's Beach, all the beaches have like really nice bathhouses. Now that's one thing I do say that they do well here. But you get to this place and it says beach parking, and there's not a beach in sight, and you just have to trust it. I'm like,
just trust it and follow the crowd. You'll get to the water. But that was a beach where you definitely need to bring your lunch, or, you know, bring waters, bring all the things.
Beach.
If you go to Caligny Beach, there's all the shopping and restaurants, and there's a little tiki bar right off the beach. So if you just go right in off the beach access and go to the right a little bit, look behind you, there's a tiki bar. There's a restaurant there, drinks. We got some really good fruity drinks that hit the spot because it's a hot day. And they've got really nice bathrooms. So, you know, my point is that Caligny and Burke's are totally different, but both really fun and good beaches to go to. Another cool thing to do is go to Harbor Town. Harbor Town is located inside Sea Pines, which is like a gated community. There are residential homes back there, but there's also like a public, lots of things to do, shopping, marina type area. And it was so charming and so cute. When you first go into Sea Pines, it's $9 to get in. So
cash.
Yes, pro tip, cash only. So if you didn't bring your cash, you're gonna have to go back out and find an ATM or a grocery store that's another traffic light up.
And the traffic really stinks in that area too, so just take the cash.
And another pro tip, there's a sign out front at the gate that says no e-bikes allowed on that part of the island. And I think that's actually true, because when we got in there, there was a ton of bikes, but I didn't see one e-bike. Did you? Yeah. So you can ride around. Great restaurants in there by the marina. There was a couple that looked really good, but they also have some like grab and go stuff and some ice cream and quick things like that. But great place to go.
Absolutely. So right across the street from this place, and you guys, you know how I feel about them, is there's a freaking outlet mall. And you know what? This one's not so bad. And the only reason it's not so bad is, one, they have a hook store, which I like. And then they have a Nantucket's seafood meat marketplace, which is really cool. And especially if you get over here and you brought your grill with you, you can go over there and you get you some steaks, you can get you some local fresh caught fish, shrimp, They've got already pre-made hamburgers and stuff, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sausages, hot dogs, you name it. And they got wine that Valerie likes, and they also have pizza.
They have all the specialty stuff. So if you're looking for gluten-free, some dairy-free stuff, if you're looking for all the specialty seafood items, I'm telling you, this market is fantastic. I was really impressed, and I love that you can just hop over. It's literally across the street from this campground. So bring your grill, because here at Hilton Head National, they do not have like community grills. So if you forgot your grill, you know, you're just gonna be cooking inside your camper. Tons of good choices, and oh my gosh, they have the best ice cream sandwiches. I've never had ice cream sandwiches this good. I have a picture for you guys, and they're literally like 5 inches high. Also at Nantucket's, like Jarrett said, they've got really good wood-fired pizza there. And I mean, the kind that like the char gets on your fingers when you fold it up and eat it like real pie, like in Jersey. Thin crust, it's delicious. And they have beer, craft beer, wine, and you can just sit right in there. There's tables, or you can get it to go, bring it back to the campsite.
Places to eat. So this is the places we went. Valerie said she missed out in life by being a food critic, and I kind of have to agree with her. But the first place we ate at was really good, and it was our first off-site eating place of the trip, and that was Nectar. And that is a farm-to-table type place, and it was good.
Yeah, all kinds of biscuits. I think they bring in their stuff from local farms, so fabulous place to go. And according to these books, there are a ton of good restaurants here. So we're just going to name a few that we tried and liked or disliked. So this could be helpful to you guys.
The next place that we went, which is a really popular place here, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's not that great. It's called the Crazy Crab.
Yeah, so we did eat there. We kind of got suckered into, oh my gosh, what's to the right? There's a ton of people. It looks busy.
Must be good.
Seafood must be good. We should go there tonight. And we did. And honestly, you guys know as well as we do, sometimes you kind of get suckered into the touristy seafood places. And this was one of them. It was just okay. I think it was overpriced for the quality of what we got. You got like a shrimp broil bowl. It wasn't even like in a bucket or anything.
No, it was just okay. It was like it's like a Cisco, like a, you know, the Cisco food truck type food.
Well, that's what it felt like when, I mean, because I got the mahi, and honestly it was just like packaged rice and maybe packaged vegetables. They were kind of way overdone, and the mahi was dry, and I just, honestly, it wasn't our favorite.
And so from there we bounced out to dessert, because dinner wasn't that great. We didn't eat all, none of us ate all of our dinner, so we're like, you know, let's go get dessert. And we ended up at One Hot Mama's restaurant there on the island, and got their key lime pie.
Because again, we have to Google things around here, because you can't just see what's around. And One Hot Mama came up as like award-winning, you know, I think the chef was on Food Network star. I'm pretty sure that was it. And it said like award-winning key lime pie. So we were like, oh, we're in. And matter of fact, it should be winning some awards. It was really good.
So while we were in Harbor Town a day or two ago, we were there for lunch, and we had a different reservation for dinner, and we just went to a place. It's like a little market with like grab and go stuff. And so we went to Quarterdeck, and I got fish tacos. Olivia got the shrimp basket, and I think you got
just some fried chicken tacos. It's just a cute little grab and go place. They've got ice cream in there.
It was a neat place. The food wasn't, you know, it was okay. The view at the bar we sat at, where we could overlook the ocean and the stuff, was much better.
Yeah.
And then the kids with the pirate stuff was kind of funny.
Yeah, I just appreciated that it was something quick if you weren't into a sit-down dining restaurant.
We finally went to a really good restaurant, local restaurant, Lulu's.
Yeah, Lulu Kitchen. This place was like a little privately owned mom and pop place. I think it's a one and only. Their only location is here at Hilton Head Island. And matter of fact, it was really good. Again, Googled the place, and it said award-winning according to Southern Living magazine in like 2023. And I'm like, okay, we're in. Yeah, shrimp and grits, really good. And what did you have?
I had the surf and turf ravioli.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
I think Olivia had the lobster mac.
Also awesome.
Yeah, I mean, definitely for the price, this was definitely a step above what we experienced at Crazy Crab. They have other things on their menu, of course, filet and all the seafood. 2 more places to eat if you're going to Coligny Plaza, which is near Coligny Beach. If you have teenagers, guys, you got to take them to Coligny Coffee and Crumbs. Nope, that's not the name of it. It was called Carolina Coffee and Crumbs. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All the coffee things, the matcha things, and yeah, so take your teen there. The other place we ate for lunch at Coligny Plaza was fish. And honestly, this was, again, sorry, I got to be truthful. It was way better than Crazy Crab. Fried shrimp, we had salads, but everything on the menu, just, you could tell the atmosphere was great. Love that little fountain outside, all the umbrellas. Really nice place to go.
And fish is better than Crazy Crab. Somebody is going to send us a comment and say that like Crazy Crab is like the greatest seafood place known to man.
Sorry, we just have high standards. We didn't prefer it.
I'm sorry if you don't have, if you have poor choice in your restaurants.
We're
it's
trying
okay.
to save you $125 here. You should be thanking us.
After this video, if you go to Crazy Crab, you're the one that's crazy.
Honestly, Captain D's is better. Okay, so if you haven't seen another video we did on an awesome RV resort, check out our video on Tropic Hideaway in Foley, Alabama. That one's got like 35,000 views. It's another new resort, so these places are great to come. So if you haven't seen that one, go check out that one. If you haven't yet booked Hilton Head National, get on the books. Do it. I'm telling you, this is probably top of our list at this point. I can't think of another one that beats it.
Blue Water, is still probably my favorite, but this is like 1 or 2, depending on how you look at it.
We will definitely be coming back, and we hope you guys find this helpful. I know we probably, if you're still watching, thank you, like and subscribe. At this point, if you're still watching, please like. Please comment. Let us know what you thought of the video, but I know we ramble on about like things to do and places to eat, but isn't this why you guys come here? This is why we come here. I know there's a lot to do on the campground, and you really don't have to leave, but if you're coming to Hilton Head Island, you're probably gonna wanna do other things too. So that's why we like to mention this stuff.
Absolutely.
Stuff we come here for. Absolutely,
and it gives you an idea of what you can do, especially while you're camping, and get out and do a few things and what's around the campground.
Yeah.
We didn't mention it. If you're still watching, I'll throw this in here. There's a Tanger Outlet Mall across the street. So if there's nothing else to do, the beach is dried up, there's a hurricane coming, go Tanger Outlet Mall.
It's literally across the road, and it's really not that big actually. So
no, it's not bad.
You need something, some new shorts, t-shirts, there's some stuff across the street.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See you guys on our next adventure.
See you guys.